Hey everyone, it's Future Friday on a Saturday. I'm here in the mayor's office in Spanish Fork with my little man Jagger, and we are watching the cars go by, getting down to the county fair. So a lot going on in town, which is pretty cool to see. I know sometimes it's a struggle for all of us with traffic, but it is pretty cool to see activity in Spanish Fork and everybody having a great summer. So I did where are you from Wednesdays and Future Fridays a year ago while I was running for election. Figured it was time to get back to some of that and just post an update. You know, the future of our city. Obviously, most of you know the future of our city is very bright and on a great track. It's fun to see. Saturday, you know, wearing a shirt and a suit jacket and was wearing a tie. It's just fun to have all the events going on, but also the family and community that happens. Right, we just got done with a baptism in our family and headed to the Robar's wedding later tonight, and fun to see family and friends and acquaintances and everybody around town, which I know you all love too. We just got done with Fiesta Days, and that's what everybody loves about that event is it comes out, everybody comes out and has a great time with family and friends. So um, yeah, just a minute ago, while I was thinking about what to talk about the future of Spanish Fork, and I actually printed the internet. You know, I know there's a progressive commercial that says we don't print the internet. Well, I printed the internet today as a reminder of all the good things to talk about the future of Spanish Fork. So I've done that. But as I was just doing that, I looked on my email and saw an email that reminded me that we're doing a rain skip today at my house. The Raccio system does that itself. I didn't have to turn off my sprinklers. It did it itself. Saved 670 gallons of water today at the Mendenhall house. Saved water, saved some money, which is fantastic. I hope you guys have signed up for that program as well. Got a Raccio system. So it just does it automatically. We don't have to remember when it's going to rain or when it has rained. It does it itself, skips and tries to keep our grass looking decently green as well. So in a drought, let's save water. Let's continue to do well. We have done well. If you heard earlier in the week, I spoke to KSL, Dave and Debbie's show earlier this week and talked about the water conservation efforts in Spanish Fork, things we've done for 20 years that other cities are trying to catch up to as far as being water wise. We've saved from 2020 to 2021, we saved 265 million gallons of water in that year. So we're kind of excited to see at the end of this watering year what we've saved as well. Just if you didn't listen to that show, there's a podcast, you can find it on KSL and listen to it. But that is 800 acre feet of water. And to get an idea of what 800 acre feet of water saved last year, 2020 to 2021 in Spanish Fork, which was a bad drought year again for everybody. If you took Nelson Field between the baselines, and which is 2.5 acres, and then you stacked on 320 feet of water, so 320 feet of water that deep in that 2.5 acres between the baselines, that's how much water was saved last year in Spanish Fork. So great job as residents, great job as businesses, and let's hopefully we're doing that again this year, and it's going to happen again, and we're going to see some good savings. We're on track to do that, so we hope to report some good news here at the end of this water year as we get the kids back in school and get more into fall. Yeah, so maybe the first thing I want to talk about, everybody's already seen this, but the Dowdle Puzzle, that event was really cool, right? Awesome in Spanish Fork. And if you don't have a Dowdle Puzzle, you can get one at the city office, at the golf course, I think at the fairgrounds, maybe a couple other places, but 25 bucks, you can get this puzzle. There's some really fun things in it to see about. You can, I know some businesses have put this up in their windows as well to remind where you can get it and just have fun as a family putting it together. It's so cool to see the rodeo fairgrounds right in the middle and everything that surrounds it. Sure speaks to our community, the history of it, the home of pride and progress. So very cool thing about the Dowdle Puzzle. Okay, my first internet print here. Obviously, oh, and I'm just realizing this reads backwards, probably to you guys. I hope not. I don't know. Technology. World champ Spanish Forks Morgan Beckstrom wins 2022 National High School Rodeo Association title in barrel racing. She is the national champ in barrel racing, 16-year-old Morgan Beckstrom. We honored her at council meeting earlier this week, excuse me. And it was fun to do that again. We've already honored her for winning down in Vegas and doing great, and she's continuing to do great. Her and her horse Slingshot sure do some awesome things and represent Spanish Fork well. So very cool stuff there. If you're not living under a rock, the worst kept secret in Spanish Fork, right, is that Target is now coming to Spanish Fork. That was in the Herald this last week as well. But it, I don't know, it's all over the internet too. But obviously myself, staff, the council, have been working on this project for quite some time. But we respected the wishes of obviously a private company of when they said we could announce that. And so we're happy to announce that. We're happy for the progress that's going on there. In the old Kmart building, the Target will be there. Now, I've had a couple of questions. Well, Mike, that's already a tough traffic spot. Yes, it is. There are improvements that you'll see going on to Expressway Lane as well as Highway 6 in anticipation for the Target store being completed in 2023. So you will see some road improvements. Hopefully that'll make it a little easier in and out of all those businesses there, including Target. Texas Roadhouse, very cool, right? Very cool stuff to see Carmel and her crew killing it there at the north end of the north end of Highway 6, right there. This was a cool thing that I saw happen, that they donated money to Tabitha's Way, $3,490 to Tabitha's Way. They wrote that check. 17,450 meals to people that struggle in our community. Such a great thing, Tabitha's Way, obviously, but Texas Roadhouse being a new business and helping contribute to Tabitha's Way. They're not the only business. I know a lot of businesses in town that do that, up and down Main Street, in Canyon Creek, and all over, have donated to Tabitha's Way, and Texas Roadhouse is following suit with those businesses too. Okay, so maybe one of the worst kept secrets as well that people that have been paying attention know. We've been talking about a rec center for a little while here in Spanish Fork. And so this year in the same council meeting, Tuesday, we talked about the additional funds to fund that project. Obviously, again, the majority of money coming from sales tax revenues instead of property tax revenue. That's a big difference from the last time we talked about a rec center. And so the average home, $4.90 a month, an increase to pay for this rec center, pools, senior center, and a recreation center that we can all enjoy with our families. So we're so excited that project is moving forward to bless the lives of not only seniors but little kids and everybody else. Oh, speaking of little kids, there's Jagger. He's here too. What do you need, dude? I'll get you that. Hold on one second. So very cool. Hey, call if any questions. Feel free to reach out to myself, the council members, the city, for any questions you might have about that. I know it's not always easy when we talk about tax increases. It's not easy for anyone. Easy for businesses, easy for myself. And so there's sometimes get to be swirling a lot of information out there that may be incomplete or incorrect. Please feel free to reach out. Call me on my cell phone. Call the council members. You can call the city office to find out details and information about that project. I'm excited to show some more pictures, some more defined pictures of that coming up, about what that future means in a recreation center, in pools, and a senior center. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Again, speaking of health, right? The rec center will be something that will help the mental and physical and social health of our community. It'll be so important. But we do have obviously some other things too that are here to help our health inside Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork Fire and EMS has swearing in of new staff that happened, right? So very cool that we have full-time fire, EMS, and 6 paramedics added to our staff here in Spanish Fork. So when you need it in maybe our worst days, right, we're going to have we do now have very qualified staff to be able to come help you and your family out. They're staffed 24/7. We are adding 6 more paramedics next year as well. So we'll have full-time paramedics getting on calls. We're already getting reports from Chief that there's been some really cool things happen as far as life-saving measures that have helped people make it to the hospital in time to be helped out and stabilized and save lives. So very cool stuff, full-time fire and EMS paramedics in Spanish Fork. So health, the hospital, right? The hospital, talking to Administrator Gibson at the hospital. Obviously a huge blessing in Spanish Fork, and they are busy. They're busy. Now, he doesn't always want to be busy if, that means that people are maybe having a tough time, right? But busy means that it was needed. It was here, and we're grateful for it being here. We're grateful for all the dedicated people that work there and take care of us, again, in our time of need. If you ever need anything, updates for anything, the newsletter that goes out every single month in your city bill, it should come in your city bill, but it's also available online at the website, www.spanishfork.org. You can find this, but it's got great information about what's coming up, the future of Spanish Fork every single month, right? And one that starts right now, the farmers market, right? It is going on down every Saturday, down on Center Street by the police station. So enjoy that, but also enjoy everything that you need to know about the city coming up is included in a monthly newsletter to you, which is found digitally. You don't always have to print it like Mike did. So in summary, I tried to keep this to 5 minutes. It's 10 minutes. I apologize. Call me, any questions. I'll put some links in the comments that you can find this stuff digitally too. But what I wanted to make sure you know with my little Jagger man here and everybody else, right, that the future of Spanish Fork is bright. It is, we are headed in an awesome direction, and we're going to continue to do that because we're the home of Pride and Progress. We have some of the best people, the best volunteers, the best city staff, the best elected officials, and what we do day in, day out, what they do is truly something to watch. So I'm feel very lucky to be your mayor, be here at this time to interact with everybody and talk to everybody. And you and your families, please reach out if you have any questions, concerns, or advice on how we can do better. We're always up to do better. So again, Future Friday on a Saturday. The future's bright, just like Jagger's smile's bright. And we'll catch up soon. Thanks. Take care.